This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, my close personal friends, Mike Collins and E.B.
Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with my friend E.B., and we are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
That's right, Mike. This is a Halloween episode of Coaster Radio. It's going to be a lot of fun because we are right here on Halloween night at the Coaster Radio studios. We've got a big bowl of candy here ready for trick-or-treaters to stop by the studios. We've got a interactive question we're going to get to in the second half of the show. We've got a really great mailbag that we're going to open up. I already peeked inside, so it's going to be awesome. But let's start with our first drop. Yeah, lots of news to get to here on Halloween night, Mike, so we can get started here right away with our first story.
Oh, this is going to happen a lot tonight, Evie. We're going to get interrupted because there is a door right here to the studio. It is Halloween night, and like you said, the bowl of candy, and we did leave our light on outside, so the kids are going to be knocking all day. Should we just, I know we got first drops, but we shouldn't be rude. We should open the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, here we go. Oh, my God.
Who do you think it was going to be? It's me, Coaster Boy.
Of course.
Of course
it's
it
Happy
is.
Halloween, Coaster Boy. It's good to see you, yes.
Yeah, happy Halloween. I'm here for candy. Trick or treat. In the bucket, please. I got to move on.
Yeah, here. Well, here's the bucket.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Take
now.
two,
Hey,
three.
Just take. No,
a handful.
Just two. What do you've got?
I am always first in line. That's why I'm here first, Mike, obviously, because you dum-dums don't even realize I was here all morning, waiting out front, waiting for that rope drop. And then I rang the bell.
Saw you. I saw, but I couldn't tell because you were
first in line for trick or treats.
I know, but I thought you were
to the next house.
He's gone. He's left. I thought he was going to stay around and talk for a little bit, but no, he's going to get candy.
He's on a mission, as a good coaster boy is. He was ready for that first drop, and ready for that rope drop, I should say. Right there. Yep.
Coaster Boy is just like my dad. My dad used to tell a story that when he was a teenager, he would go out in a costume, trick-or-treated all around the neighborhood, then go home and change into a different costume and go and trick-or-treat again to get double the candy. That's what he would do. So
when I was a kid, what we did is we just had different masks. And so you wouldn't do the whole neighborhood twice. But if the house was really good, you would just go to the back of the line of kids.
Yes.
And change your mask.
Good idea. That's true.
And then you could just keep going on the same house. That's
exactly.
Yeah. But let's get to our first drop, Mike. This is a pretty exciting story here that I think maybe we weren't expecting because we were talking about the surveys that are put out by Six Flags, and we're talking about the announcements from the big parks. But out of the blue, Kentucky Kingdom with a pretty exciting announcement.
Yes, and is Kentucky Kingdom, do you consider that one of your home parks? Like it's close enough you can get to pretty easily?
I could, but why would I when I can say that it's Kings Island or Holiday World instead?
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, Kentucky Kingdom, but
I have not been to Kentucky Kingdom, so I have no point of reference at all other than what I read and the videos that I see. You have been there, though. I mean, what do you think? A few times.
It's a perfectly fine park. It's a smaller park. It does not have anything super amazing that you have to go to that park for. This would be something I think that's a little bit unique, especially when you talk about Holiday World. Holiday World does not have anything like this. They're putting in the Flying Fox, a family suspended roller coaster.
Yes. And it looks pretty fun. I was watching it. There's some interesting things about it. The stats are 1,380 feet of track, a height of 65 feet, and a top speed of 35 miles per hour. There's a great video of it showing both on-ride and off-ride. But there are some interesting things about this. They've got that big overbank turn at one point. We were talking the other day about how cool it is when a roller coaster goes close to the path. This one dives under the path leading up to the ride. That's pretty great, too. So there's a lot to like about this.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be up at the front of the park where it is interacting with the Chance Lightning Run roller coaster. That's an area of the park that needs some help. So this is going to be a great addition for them. Now, again, this might do something with them being chosen over, say, a trip to Holiday World, but this is still not anything that's going to compete with Kings Island. I mean, you're just not going to be able to compete with Kings Island.
Yeah. But we can see more and more of these going in at parks around the country. I mean, we saw that one is going to, what was it, like SeaWorld San Antonio. I know it's from a different manufacturer, but like, yeah, this as well. Like, so these are gaining in popularity. And I think as they see other parks get them and have success, we're going to see more and more of these, I think.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the answer to the family multi-launch coaster. This is another family thrill coaster. It looked like in the rendering that it might have an inversion. It does not have an inversion. It's just, This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a lot of fun and a great addition to Kentucky Kingdom. Again, though, not enough to make me go back to that park.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly fine park, and they have great deals. You can go for pretty cheap down to Kentucky Kingdom, but if I'm going to spend a theme park day, I don't know if it's going to be back to Kentucky Kingdom. Sorry, Kentucky Kingdom.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
I know. I've got to say, though, that these rides are surprisingly fun.
Yes,
like I had
super fun.
I wasn't sure what I was going to think about the Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. And I came off that with a big smile on my face and said, that is a totally re-rideable roller coaster. You could go on it again and again. If it had a short line, that would be like where you might spend a good part of your day. So I don't know. I'm with you. I don't think it's going to move the needle that much, but it will with a certain group. People who are taking families and stuff. So yeah,
and there's lots of rides like that down at Kentucky Kingdom where they're really good rides, but just not special enough to draw people in beyond their home park. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. So lots to look forward to as we're getting into 2026. I guess we'll talk about this a little later because there's some other roller coasters that we might talk about later in the show. But I saw a stat out there that there are like 26 roller coasters opening. I may be wrong about this, but in the U.S. and
I saw that
all of them are short, right? Like very short, like under. I mean, in terms of total length. We don't have like the big 4,000 ones or something.
No, we have no giant coasters. And this Flying Fox from going into Kentucky Kingdom is also one of those family-sized roller coasters. But yeah, a lot of roller coasters coming next year.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a rough show, guys. I apologize for this because the doorbell's going to be ringing over and over and over. Let's just open it up and say Happy Halloween. Oh, no.
Happy Halloween, losers. It's time for you to hand over your hard-earned candy in my pail, please.
Oh. Mr. Shapiro, happy Halloween to you, sir.
Former president CEO of Six Flags Parks from the 2000s.
Yeah, good to see you. You're just dressed
Back
as yourself,
again, always.
Are you dressed as Dracula? Is that what you are?
That is how rude I am, dressed as myself, billionaire tycoon.
I thought you had a cape. Is that
I was just walking by, stealing candy from the children, and I said, what is that I hear? Talking about Hershey Parks. So I had to come up and ring your bell. Because Hershey Parks, of course, my friend Ed Hart, deranged millionaire, we were talking the other day, and I must say, Mike, like so many innovative ideas at the parks, this ride was also my idea.
I had no idea, really? This was because we got to give you a compliment. We were saying it's a good idea. I had no idea it was yours.
It was the name was actually my idea.
Oh.
Ed Hart and the Hershey family, we were all having dinner together, and they were telling me about how great their parks were. And I told them, I really don't care about your new roller coaster. In fact, I can't even give a flying
They misheard you? Is that what it was?
I think they took the name.
Yeah, it's Flying Fox, though. They must have misheard you. I guess that's what happened.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Mike, happy Halloween. Fox you.
Yeah. How rude. But very funny, Mr. Shapiro.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
We hadn't heard from him in years, and then in just the last month, 2 appearances on the show.
Well, we had some people saying they wanted characters to be reappearing, and so this is an easy way that we don't actually have to write skits.
Yes.
They can just pop in and say one funny thing and leave.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
So it works really well. Well, that's it for First Drop then, I guess. We got to move on to Quick Hits.
Quick Hits.
Indeed. Hey, have you seen the video that is out there of the new single rail prototype coaster from SNS?
One. Yeah, this one is really interesting because the other single rail coasters that we've seen are actually rails where they're sort of like I-beam shaped or like box shaped. This one is kind of roundish.
Yeah.
It looks unstable. From SNS, yeah.
Yeah, our friends over at Coaster Studios went and got a chance to record it and then
of course
post
they did.
It. Yeah, so and it's interesting because you get a reverse point of view seeing them ride it, so you can kind of see what the forces are. This really looks to me like a family style roller coaster. Like the forces aren't anything great. As they were riding it, they were like, "This is fun, this is great," but they weren't like, "Oh my god!" They weren't being thrown around or anything like that. So I think they were saying that this model, and you can go see it It's out there if you just do a search for, single rail prototype coaster.
Rail
SNS.
Rider with a Y.
Yes, that's right. It could be picked up and moved to a park right now, but it truly is the prototype, and SNS is using it to kind of learn from it to see how they can improve it. But the ride is ready to go right now. I mean, is this something? If this were at a park, does this move the needle for you, EB, or is it another one where you'd be like, eh?
No, this is just
okay.
a different, new style kiddie coaster. This one really is a kiddie coaster.
Yeah.
It's not even 1,000 feet long, and it really doesn't do much at all. It looks weird, but I don't know. Is that going to scare kids? Is that going to make it more thrilling, the fact that it's got a weird single rail instead of a traditional track? I don't think it really changes anything.
I mean,
the experience is the same.
And this doesn't look to me like they could make a 100-foot one or a 200-foot one. I mean, I guess maybe they could, but it looks really like it's supposed to be
intended to be small scale for
yes.
kids. Yeah, it does not look like it could handle. Yeah, like looking at the RMC single rail, and then they build Jersey Devil. Right? Like you can imagine that happening, but this one, it looks like it would be really unstable. I don't know. I might be wrong, but
they say it's a great option for parks on a budget, but that it also comes in 3 different sizes, and the version that's out there right now is the smallest. So I'd be interested to know how tall it could go and how fast it could go, and could it at all compete with the one RMC is doing?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
That's cool though.
Yeah. So a ride that I have always wanted to check out when going to Europe, and I know it's weird, but it's a spinning coaster called Euromir at Europa-Park.
I don't know this at all.
Go ahead, and I put a nice link in there, and you can check it out. But it's one of those rides that has just always been around, and you always kind of think, I'm always going to get a chance to ride it. But unfortunately, I mean, and it's a very futuristic looking roller coaster. It's a spinning coaster from Mach that kind of goes around these like futuristic glass towers.
Like glass office towers. How strange.
Yeah.
Like cylinders, like glass silos.
Yeah.
Built in 1997 in cooperation with the European Space Agency. Is that a thing? The mirrored towers are inspired by Russia's Mir space station. Okay, so there you go. Euromir. That's why they're calling it that. Got it.
Yeah.
Going away.
They are going away to make for a new attraction that will be ready for the 2028 season, featuring a redesigned area dedicated to space exploration and futuristic themes. So Mach says they are not just building a roller coaster, they are building a journey into space.
So this is going away to build a, quote, journey into space attraction that we don't know what it is yet for Mach.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because you can see it's kind of a big area there.
Sure.
But, I wonder, would this be like sort of an indoor attraction that they use new technology? Because you can tell when you see video of this ride. I mean, it's old. What was it, 1997? That's an old ride. So I'm interested to see what they do with that, because Mach is always innovating, always coming up with interesting stuff. And supposedly the new high-tech roller coaster built in cooperation once again with the European Space Agency.
I love this.
Which I did not know existed either. AB, you're right.
We fly our airplanes very high. It is technically space. I don't know. Let India and America do it.
I love it.
Yeah. So, I have no feelings for Euromir, the roller coaster. So I have no feelings about it leaving. I'm excited to see what Mach is putting in there next. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So
next up, here's a ride that I saw, but is now starting to test at Universal.
yes, there's lots of footage of this that's out there right now. The footage that I'm seeing of Fast and Furious testing is sorry everybody. Yeah, we've got to be good. We've got to be good. Open the door and see what's going on. Hey, well, look at this. It's somebody in a Hagrid costume. That's really great.
Nope, it's actually me, Hagrid, the friendly F-Giant.
Oh, it's you. I thought it was a Halloween costume.
Nope. Wow. What kind of costume is 9 feet tall?
I don't know. I thought it was one of those blow-up things that you see.
Nope. No. You're telling me I look like an inflatable. How rude, Michael.
Sorry.
Now,
So I apologize.
I heard you talking about one of my parks, Universal Studios.
Yes, that's right.
So I operated right over. First of all, I got this jack-o'-lantern. I need you to put some candy in it.
Oh, here you go. Okay,
Trick or
well,
treat.
you deserve more than 2 pieces. So here's
It's a cake. It
whole
says happy
handful.
birthday. Put it right in there.
Okay, there you go. Very nice. Do you want one of these like M&Ms or what do you?
Chocolate frog, please.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, chocolate frog. That's right. Here you go.
If you got one. Now,
I got one.
Fast and Furious I have been brought in to try help with the ride. They told me no, but I said I'm doing it anyway.
Okay.
You know, it spins, Mike.
It does. It does spin, yeah.
It spins
Or
too
drifts.
much.
It drifts, right?
It
Hagrid?
spins too much.
Oh,
Thanks
no.
to me and me umbrella, I cast a spell on it. It spins far too much, Michael. I made all of the cast members sick.
Oh, no. Hagrid.
I did.
Hagrid, that's not good.
I did. So if you're going to Halloween Horror Nights and there's fewer cast members but more vomit, the smell, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
All right. Not a special effect in this case. Yeah.
Nope, just vomit. Real vomit. Because I made it spin too much. But I'm sure I'll be just fine. Ride the Fast and the Furious. Vin Diesel, he's my friend, half troll, just like I'm half giant.
I see. Now that makes sense to me.
Back to Universal.
There he goes. Hagrid trick-or-treating everybody. So,
I always
all right,
thought
that makes
that about
sense.
Vin Diesel. It does make sense.
I had no idea about that, yeah. But you're right. Yeah,
Anyway.
so Fast and Furious, it's looking good. I saw the part that I saw was them testing, I guess, in a launch section, if the roller coaster for some reason valleys there, they can do a swing launch to get it out. And that's what they're
pretty cool.
testing. So that was
pretty
cool. But we haven't seen it go like up into the stall yet or anything like that. But they were doing a pull through to check the clearances. So, you know, they're getting closer. Soon, I'm sure we're going to see like full circuit testing. So that'll be good.
No, and they had a car on display when I was there for Halloween Horror Nights, and it looks really, really cool. These things actually do look like cars. The pictures that we've seen where they've still got them wrapped, so you can't see what they actually are going to look like, is kind of funny because they've got that like the car camouflage when they test the cars out on the real road when the companies actually test them, where they kind of look like zebras.
Yes, yeah.
With all the black and white all over them. But this is going to look and ride really, really cool when it's actually up and running for real.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I know that I said a couple months ago like that I was not looking forward to it, and it looked kind of dumb to me. But now that I'm seeing more of it and understanding it a bit more, I jumped to a wrong conclusion, I think.
Well,
so I'm excited for this.
Seeing it in person and the way that it navigates up and down that big hill and around the corner and everything, you're going to get so lost riding this ride. This is not a ride that is, following a track out in an open field where you can see everything. It's going around stuff and around terrain in such a serious way. It's going to feel out of control. It's going to be really good.
Yeah. Our final quick hit tonight is a interesting yet sad story. EB, I tell everybody who goes to Walt Disney World to manage your expectations.
Yes.
Because people go to Walt Disney World expecting a perfect vacation. They expect everything to be great, and it isn't always. In fact, sometimes even your own family can annoy the heck out of you and ruin the good time. And that, I think, is what happened here. We're reading this from WDW News Today. Let me just read the first paragraph, EB. A 69-year-old Alabama man was arrested for threatening to kill his grown son with a pocket knife after he was annoyed his family didn't help load their bags as they checked out of their Walt Disney World hotel.
So the old man that is traveling with his grown-up son and his family.
Yep.
And the old man had heavy luggage.
Yep.
Probably him and grandma. And
yep.
the son was being belligerent and wouldn't help load the luggage. So he pulled out a pocket knife.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this as at Animal Kingdom Lodge. It happened at the end of September, but of course the police report takes a little while to come out, and the Orange County Sheriff's Office had to come and wait a minute, did he actually knife him or like get into a fist fight? He did.
Yeah, so they have the whole police report here. So
oh my gosh.
The old man was in his room. And they even have it here at number 7342 at the Kidani Village at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Why you got to tell me what room he's in so I can pay extra to go to the
I guess, you can go stay there
man,
too.
The Alabama man room.
Yeah, if you want to give me the Alabama man
I'm
room.
going to reenact it.
Yeah, so he's there. Now, that's an expensive room, EB. That's not a cheap room. So anyway, he's
it's on the
mad
700, the 73rd floor.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, high up there. And those are the rooms where you've got views of the animals, and that's important here in a minute. So he had loaded all of the luggage from his room into the vehicle. I'm basically reading here from the report.
Okay.
He said he was annoyed that his family did not help load the bags into the car. And then they said his patience was tested further because his son wasn't ready to leave the hotel yet. The dad said, "Hey, boy, you can catch a bus home if you're not going to help me out." And that's when an argument began. And then it escalated into a physical fight. The dad got in the middle, or I guess that's when the wife got in the middle of the father and the son who were fighting. The son said, "Don't push my mother." And then the son punched the kid punched back. The kid had a bloody face. Now, supposedly what happened, EB, is
remember,
that...
you're saying son, but he's a grown man in his 40s.
Yes, that's
and
right.
I do want to also interject here and say these quotes that are in the police report. The son keeps saying, "Then daddy pushed me, and daddy was angry, and daddy told me no." I'm just, okay, continue the story.
Yeah, so I guess what they're saying here is that the son wanted to get a last look off the balcony at the animals, and so he wasn't helping Daddy.
Daddy, I want to see the giraffes.
Exactly. And I get, you know what? I get the son, because when you pay that much money, you
gotta
want to
get all
your
the
last
giraffes
looks.
you can.
Yeah, look at everything, man, because those are like expensive rooms that Disney's having. But the old man was angry. He was angry about that. They both got bloodied up. The son had bloody knuckles. The dad had cuts and a tear on his ear. There's lots going on here. But because the dad was the aggressor and the instigator, they hauled him off to the Orange County Jail. And it says here, at least according to WDW News Today, that both the wife and son wanted to prosecute and are willing to testify against Daddy.
Oh, Daddy's just trying to take his son around like he's still a boy, taking him to Disneyland, taking him to Disney World, just trying to have a good time with his son. And this is what happens, Mike. If only we got to meet them doing some other wholesome family activity that might be happening tonight.
Oh my God.
I'll get the door. I'll get the door. Let me see who it is here. Oh, hello. Look, it is a father-son.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What kind of candy do you have?
Well, sir, I've got chocolate frogs. I've got a chocolate frog left. Do you like animals, boy?
Oh,
young man.
Well, let me tell you something.
Oh,
we have met before, EB. It's good to see you.
It's the Tower of Terrorist from Disney World. No wonder the drunk and unruly Tower of Terrorist who causes trouble and harasses people everywhere he goes. Tower of Terrorist, you're here with your dad.
Yes, this is my dad, and we had a bit of an altercation at the Kidani village. There was no pepper spray involved, but there was a pocket knife involved, EB.
Tower of Terrorist, I'm so sorry that happened. Now, Mr. Terrorist?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're... Is that what happened? I mean, you do have differing accounts here. Are you just trying to get your son in line after all these years?
First off, what kind of name is EB anyway?
Oh no!
What does that stand for? Ebenezer. I might need to talk to you about that, boy. But I'll tell you what happened. My son is a lazy, no good for nothing Disney adult. That's what he is. He wouldn't help his daddy move the luggage like an Alabama man should. Instead, he wanted to get one last look at a giraffe's ass.
Giraffe? Tower of Terrorist, is that true? A giraffe's ass?
Well, you pay a lot of money when you stay at the Kidani, and I just needed a few minutes more to take a few shots of liquor and some shots of the animals with my camera. So I had to do it all, EB, and I tried my best.
Well, Daddy, I guess you didn't like that, and you had to give him a whooping and tell him what for, huh?
Well, down in Alabama, boy, you whoop some ass if you're not happy with things. Especially when watching college football. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. All right, Roll Tide. Here's another extra handful of candy for each of you.
Give me some of that candy.
Okay,
you got
goodbye.
Some goods.
Bye. I don't want to have to pepper spray you. Pepper spray!
Ah!
Wow, I heard him through the door.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to do the pepper spray gag, but I
got him at the end there.
Yeah, you got him right at the end.
I did. Through the door.
Through the door.
I have the new Ring doorbell mic. They've got different levels of the Ring doorbell where it can show you live or it can record. They also have a new one now that can shoot pepper spray.
Really? No.
That's the one that I have now. And so I pushed the button and I sprayed the pepper spray.
Yeah, I should have gone. That's what I needed.
The Ring doorbell pepper spray edition.
And here I am. I'm like, really? That exists?
Probably, yeah.
I love it.
Anything goes these days.
I've got this I almost put in the quick hits because I think it is such good audio. It doesn't belong in the trip report section. It deserves to be elevated into the first drop section.
Okay.
Because it's so good. We asked people to send us audio from the haunts. But in all our years of doing this, EB, we have never received audio before from an actor in the haunt. Until tonight.
Someone breaking protocol and recording audio for the podcast while on the job as a scare actor. I love this.
Yes. So let's just listen to this. This is Bob, longtime listener Bob, called in with this, EB, and just take a listen because the screams and the terror, yes, are for real. Take a listen.
Hello, Mike and EB. This is Bob from Vermont. I'm a scare actor in the Haunted Corn Maze, Gaines Farm in Guilford, Vermont.
Okay.
I'm setting up for the next group. I'll let you listen to the scare.
Here it comes.
You're lying. Can someone go first?
Please stop it!
Wow.
Caught one.
Chase? Yeah.
No! Where's the key? Where's the key?
Whoa. So there it is, EB. Instead, that is like from the actor's point of view.
Oh,
I like that so much.
Listening and it sounded, I don't know what he yelled when he jumped out, but then was she yelling about how like they have to get a key? Like, do they have to like make their way through the maze somehow? And maybe they went into a dead end and turned around and had to go back to him. I don't know. There was like a 2-part scare there. So Bob, if that is your real name, thank you. That was awesome.
That's awesome. We've never had that before. We always have it from the guest point of view, but that was great.
Love that.
Yeah, really cool. Real scares, man. So he's good at his job. So good. Good. We'll take a break here in a second, but I did want to take a moment, since it is our Halloween show, just to talk about our own Halloween haunts at our own homes, because I know that you do it. I know that I do it. So maybe we could just talk a little bit about like what we've got going on for Halloween, like our DIY Halloween stuff at our homes. Yeah,
so my Halloween is pretty much the same as it's been for a while now. I always buy stuff new to replace stuff that's wearing out or old. I always repair my my foam graveyard headstones.
Yes. Yep.
I've got some spooky, those cute, adorable little scarecrows that you can buy at the craft store.
Oh,
where,
yes. Yeah.
They have the big smiles on their faces and they have the colorful outfits on a stake. I've taken a bunch of those and made them horrible and scary.
Oh,
I've got like maybe 20 of them that I line up down the road. And I do live on a big road, so this isn't like in a neighborhood with a sidewalk where people can walk and trick or treat, but it's more for people driving by. So I try to go big. I've got a pretty big graveyard. It's got a big spooky fence around it with cobwebs and lots of good lighting. I try to light up the trees with spotlights. You can get nice LED spotlights now for pretty cheap, which really changes things if you can invest in some good lighting here, Halloween haunters. I've got a great big, huge 20-foot tall Frankenstein up on the roof of the house. I've got one of those great big 16-foot tall jack-o'-lanterns. I'd have a homemade spider web that's probably 20 feet across that I put up in the big walnut tree out front with a couple of spiders on it, great big inflatable spiders. So I try to go big. I try to go big in scale for the cars driving by. It's great.
I'm with you about the LED lights because they're so inexpensive, but they work indoor and outdoor. And I found that the ones I've bought have worked several seasons in a row. They don't, crap out, so that's pretty good.
No, and they don't, and they're low power. That was always the thing with the spotlights is, they're like 300 watts, and they'd get hot, and they just, oh my gosh, the electric bill when you're trying to use the big spotlights. But these LED ones, they're great.
Yeah, so I've been working on my haunt, and I do it differently than you. Like I do put out a big 6-foot pumpkin from October 1st all the way through Halloween, but I don't do my display until the night of Halloween.
For the trick-or-treaters.
And I was doing some lighting tests, and I found some old lights that I had from 20 years ago, and I plugged them in, and they were melting the gels.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm just getting rid of these and just switching all over to LED because the the lights were just getting way too hot. But I am experimenting this year with more projection.
Yeah, you said.
Every year I've been doing a little bit more in terms of like doing projections and like talk about LED lamps being inexpensive. These pretty good projectors are inexpensive. Like you can get a pretty good bright projector for $60, especially for this type of thing. So I've got in the windows of my house because I live in like a townhouse. So on the second floor, I block out the windows with shower curtains and then project ghosts onto those.
From inside the house.
Yes, from inside. So rear projected. Yeah. And it looks really great from the street.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks like the ghosts are like flying it through the room and, in and out of the windows. It's really
Unfortunately, those two windows are the two girls' bedrooms. And so they have to have ghosts flying around their rooms all October.
Like, Daddy, why are you doing this?
It's for the kids in the neighborhood. It's not for you.
Just let them do it.
I'm scared.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's not what.
Yeah. Although my youngest got so scared, I have this like pretty gnarly looking scarecrow, and I had that out, and she's like, "I don't want the scarecrow," so I had to hide the scarecrow. So.
And you hid it under her covers of her bed.
Yes.
In her closet.
It's pretty scary.
No.
But the thing I'm doing this year, though, I've always wanted to do. I went to the garden store and bought some hay bales and some corn stalks.
Okay.
And in my garage, I have put those and put 3 pumpkins, and I'm projecting faces onto the pumpkins.
I've seen people who have done this very, very well. So yes.
Yeah. So I'm working on the lighting. I've got a scrim behind it, and I'm putting a moon with bats and clouds going. So it's a pretty cool scene. But I have been like saying to a lot of people or anyone who will listen to me how much I appreciate what gets done at the parks in terms of lighting, because like to make these effects work with projections, you have to get the lighting just right. Like the light can't bleed over onto the pumpkin. The light can't bleed over onto the screen or it like ruins the effects. So I appreciate so much what people at Universal and Disney and even the regional parks do to make these effects come to life, and think about how much time it takes to get all of that lighting and the projections and the effects to work perfectly. It really, really is, time consuming.
Well, and at the parks, they're having to install these things and have them last for a couple of months.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Without being disturbed or without falling over and things like that. I'm out there, tweaking all the time as the wind comes through, or it's like it's raining today, and I have to go out there and make sure that, things are still upright and things are still set up the right way.
Yeah.
And the spider webs start to sink down and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. So that's why, I don't know, ever since I've started to do these things, I give people at the parks a little bit of a break when things don't work, because it's so hard to keep things running, and I'm just doing it for one night. I mean, but like you're saying, you're trying to keep things running the whole month, but you're right. Imagine being at a park and trying to keep it going year round.
Oh, yeah.
For exactly however many guests a day. So anyway, it's fun. I'm glad that you do that. I love doing it too. It's like fun. It's like bringing a little piece of the theme park to your house, which is pretty cool.
It is. And on the Coaster Radio Discord, for folks who don't know, we do have a Coaster Radio Discord. It really is the new forum like back in the day. We even have a channel on our forum. We got a channel for all the park chains and a channel for the podcast and meetups. But there's a channel for DIY holidays. Because there's a lot of you out there who like doing this kind of stuff, and it's fun to share what people are working on all year round, and then the setups that they do, mostly for Halloween and Christmas, but all year round people are working on stuff and building stuff. So if you're not in the Discord, you can go to patreon.com/coasterradio or go to coasterradio.com, find out how you can join. You just pledge $1 and you get into the Discord over on patreon.com.
That's right, because our Discord is available at all the pledge levels. So really it is $1 a month and you get into the Discord, right? Yeah. Cheap. So cheap. But the discussions in there are so great, and the people in there are so great. And
top notch.
A lot of good discussions and a lot of good information about the parks. Like I've gotten some great information.
We've gotten tips, sure.
Yeah, like great tips if you're going to different places. And this is a very well-traveled group in there. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's great. So let's take a break. When we come back, we actually ask that group about the scariest ride they have ever been on. And we're not necessarily talking about, I went on a roller coaster and it was scary. I'm talking about legitimately scary moments in an attraction that kind of got you either freaked out or frightened or a jump scare. And we got some pretty good answers on that, EB. So that's a good Halloween
Awesome.
interactive topic. Yeah. Plus, we'll see if the doorbell opens some more. The door opens. We'll check that out. And we've got a Coaster Radio mailbag, too.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so we'll be back right after this.
This is Coaster Radio. Welcome back to the 20th anniversary season of Coaster Radio. Here are your hosts, Mike Collins and EB.
Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike, here with EB, enjoying the Halloween episode of the podcast. And we are working on a lot of fun things behind the scenes as we close out season 20 here. But one thing that is coming up here to the end is the final qualifying round of our year-long game show, The Ultimate. And that is coming up on Wednesday, November 12th at 9 p.m. That's about 2 weeks from now. And this is the last opportunity for you to be a part of the finals of The Ultimate, because we've been playing this game, right, EB, for the entire season. We've got 4 qualifying finalists, but we've got room for one more.
That's right. There's going to be 5 finalists in The Ultimate. The Ultimate, of course, is a massive multiplayer trivia game that we play live here at Coaster Radio during season 20 as a 20th anniversary celebration. So, of course, being the 20th anniversary of Coaster Radio, the questions in every round of The Ultimate are both about the parks and roller coasters and about the podcast. So it's trying to find the ultimate theme park and roller coaster fan, but also the ultimate Coaster Radio fan. We've got 4 winners so far. We're looking for a 5th to go into the finals. The finals will be in December, and then we will crown a champion and a true ultimate fan.
Yeah, and here's the good thing. You can go back and watch on YouTube the 4 previous times we have played this game, so you get a sense of how the game works.
That's pretty good. That's strategy.
A strategy, right? Because you need strategy to play the Ultimate. It's a game where you gain points as you get correct answers, but at the end you have to wager your points. And so you can sort of see what strategies work, what strategies don't. You kind of get an idea of the type of questions that are asked. So really, I think people have an advantage here at the end to go back and watch those episodes. And every episode we've done here at Season 20 is on YouTube, and you can see it. And the fun thing about The Ultimate is that there are a ton of graphics. It's a real game show.
It's a high-tech production, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of interactivity, a lot of cool stuff, music, sound effects, all that stuff. So again, Wednesday, November 12th at 9 p.m. And if you want to get a reminder about it, head to coasterradio.com, head to the contact page, and sign up for our email list. Because we'll not only send you a reminder about when the game is, but we'll also give you a hint for one of the questions. And that's right. Could be the difference between being a finalist and not.
Yeah, absolutely could be. So yeah, do sign up for the email list at coasterradio.com. The next round of the Ultimate, the final qualifying round, is Wednesday, November 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you there. We've got 100 seats, Mike, that are going to be available to play the game. So make sure you are there at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to get in the room.
Yes, absolutely. So we have that contest coming up, but we're already looking forward to contests coming up in 2026 for our 21st season. And EB, I think that actually has something to do with our next segment here, doesn't it?
It does. Let's open up the mailbag.
Oh, it's mailbag time, hooray! Join the fun, let's hear what you say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I do try to be disciplined and not actually open the mail before the podcast, but this time I was expecting it. This is a sizable box here, Mike, and there's a letter inside and some other things. Of course, the coasterradio.com P.O. Box is Coaster Radio, P.O. Box 3399, Bloomington, Indiana 47402. You can send us real stuff in the mail. Here it says, "Hello, gentlemen. The time has come for the next Real Design Contest. With a week 2026 lineup of new rides. We just said there was going to be like 24 new roller coasters.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
It's come to my attention the parks need a little fan inspiration. I've included these items as a prize pack for the winner of the contest. There are 2 cartoon images of the hosts to be signed by the hosts.
Oh.
Wait. And sent to the Real Design Contest winner and the Ultimate winner. Hold on.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm opening. There's a large envelope with 8x10. Okay. Jeez. AI slop, Mike. You love it. There it is.
There we are. Yeah.
An 8x10 glossy AI, obviously AI cartoon of me and Mike on a single car roller coaster. There it is. This is why you need to watch the show on YouTube. Okay. The epic. So I guess these are supposed
you know
to
who
go
I
as
look like?
prizes.
Can you hold that up again, EB? I'm looking at that. It looked like Peyton Manning. That's who that looks like. Peyton Manning riding a roller coaster.
I don't know who those people are. We do have a lobster. I have a lobster on my shoulder, though. I do appreciate that. It says here, the logo. It didn't generate the AI. Didn't generate the logo right, Mike. Look closely. It says Coaster Radio established 200.
200.
Instead of 2005.
Why not? Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
All right, and it goes on to say there's also an epic Coaster Radio thermos.
Oh, okay.
And a hat. So yeah, there's a baseball cap with the logo, and it says Original Theme Park Podcast.
All right.
And there's this thermos, which is just covered in AI garbage. I love. I will say AI garbage, but I love AI garbage. This is a really nice thermos water bottle. And it says, "Eat a Cricket half-price ticket, the Original Theme Park Podcast." And if you're on Discord, you've seen most of these before, but I'll show them to you, Mike. There's Big Boy.
There we go. Yes, Big Boy. Yeah. Okay.
A drumstick and a soda. There's the girls.
Yeah. Jenny and Ariana.
Yes.
Yeah, there they are.
Here
yeah.
we've got, I guess that's Mark Shapiro. There's an angry guy. There's the Tower of Terrorist and Hagrid.
Yeah.
There's the real design contest with a whole park behind it. There's a Bench the Ride.
Wow.
We got, it's Josh Radner and Neil Patrick Harris.
Riding
Josh
a
Radner's
Coaster Radio roller coaster.
He's like asleep and got a 5 o'clock shadow.
See, it's a one-of-a-kind mug. You will not find this anywhere else in the world.
All right.
You will be the only person with it. So
He says-
So yes. So these are like prizes that will be given, right?
Yes, it says the Epic Coaster Radio thermos and the hat are for the real design contest winner. I propose 2 contest options. Go traditional, spend a lot of time and effort gathering big shot judges and delay the contest until next year. That's what we're thinking. Maybe after the meetup. The meetup is going to be Sunday, February 22nd in Orlando. So maybe after that. 2, just let's go and have us get through the winter and have the contest be Coaster Radio hosts and some regulars as the guest judges. I'll even offer myself as a judge. Of course you would. You decide. Thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work over the years. I look forward to your decision. Hopefully I can recover fast from an inguinal hernia surgery. Oh, no. And see you at the park soon. Lastly, everyone, please support the podcast by going to coasterradio.com and clicking the Amazon.com button before you do your holiday shopping. You can also support the show by going to EB's t-shirt shop at coasterradio.printify.me. And finally, if you're not part of the Discord, join the club through patreon.com. Drop $1 a month, help the guys out. Podcasting may seem simple, but you're also fishing out research, games, and writing skits. It's a bit more than just reading the latest on Reddit. 2 coffees worth, and you've got access to a great social club, conversation, photos, videos, and more. Thank you. Lastly, can't wait for new character skits. It's been ages. Thanks again. Keep up the work. Your 3-time full series listener.
Wow.
Matt the Archivist.
Wow. Yeah, see? And that's what's interesting about this era of Coaster Radio is that listeners are stepping up and saying, I will make prizes if you bring back a contest that I want to hear. I mean, that's never happened before, but it's the new era of Coaster Radio.
And I feel like every round that Matt goes through the entire series of Coaster Radio, 800 plus episodes of Coaster Radio, Mike, are out there. And I feel like every time he goes around, he just gets more powerful.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Sort of science fiction creature. It's like, I'm finishing another round. I can feel the power.
I'm larger. Yes. I have more ideas for the show. Yes, and didn't we figure out that we've done so many episodes that it would take a full month to listen to? Like you would actually have to, like, if you listened 24 hours a day,
something like
all
that,
the episodes, it would take a month to get through. Yeah,
all day, every day.
Wow. Yeah.
So great. Thank you, Matt. That's great. And I do think the plan is going to be, we're going to do the ultimate. We got the final round of the ultimate, then we have the actual ultimate in December. We're going to be working towards the meetup in Orlando in February. And then I think traditionally it's always been around Oscar time anyway. That's when we'll start really hyping up the real design contest. And then we'll have it be after the meetup.
And I've got to say, though, and I think you agree with me, right? The thing that makes the Real Design Contest work is that we always spend time finding judges who work in the industry.
I think that's the magical piece of the Real Design Contest, yeah.
Yeah, because then you're hearing somebody who creates this stuff. You know, like imagine having an Imagineer say, hey, I like your idea. Let me tell you why I like it. Like that is powerful. You know, or having NPH sit there and say, hey, I'm a creative who works in the industry. Here's what I think works. Like that to me is really cool. And as much as I think it would work if we just had listeners judge, like that's where the magic of the thing is. So we'll work to do that. Yeah.
Having the actual people in the industry say, this is a great idea, and then they steal it and they build it at Universal Studios.
Yes, that's right. Is that going to happen? Remember, there's always rumor about the Creature of the Black Lagoon.
If they do a Creature from the Black Lagoon ride with a glass bottom boat, we'll know where they got the idea.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been a while, but Halloween's still going on. People trick-or-treating. Let's see what's going on here.
Hello, it's me, Tibor.
Tibor, happy Halloween.
Tibor, Dutch performing artist. I am just so excited for the Real Design Contest to come back.
Oh, are you excited? Because you always have great ideas.
Great ideas. My Tibor here, I replicates theme park experience as Dutch performing artist. You come to my theater, Sister Tatiana, she is my assistant, helps out. You can experience attractions that are no more or fantasy attractions.
Oh, how about that?
Contest. This is why I love this so much, the creativity. So, Michael, I think Tibor will replicate experience of winner of Real Design.
Oh, really? So whatever we choose as the winner, you will replicate the experience?
Even if it cannot be built, you can come to Tibor's Theater. I will make it happen for you. Just like Glass Bottom Boat and Creature from the Black Lagoon.
So you would do the real thing. How would you do the Creature from the Black Lagoon? Like, how would you set that up?
We have in back of theater, toilet with rat in it. Same thing. Please, candy in my sack.
Okay, wait, here you go. Take a little. What about for your sister? Doesn't she want some?
She has a much larger sack. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, here she is.
Take off for Tatiana. Thank you.
Happy Halloween. Yes, there we go. We need to give Tatiana a lot of candy there. There she is. She took half the bowl, EB. Jeez.
Yeah, Tatiana. It would be scary to sit on a toilet that had a rat in it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a no bottom boat.
Yes, that's
well, I guess you got one bottom. I don't know.
That's true, okay. Man. That's true.
All right, what's this interactive topic? This show's getting long.
Yes. So we asked people, what is the scariest ride you have been on? And we're not looking for, I rode a roller coaster and it scared me. Like, yes, that can be the answer too. But we're talking about legitimately a scary attraction that you went through where you were in it and you're like, I don't know about this. I'm kind of scared. For me, I will talk about, I remember, like, although I was an adult and I wasn't scared, I remember the Alien Encounter ride at the Magic Kingdom. Like, that was a legitimately frightening attraction for what it was, especially that they had a monster running around the catwalk and Disney. The lights go out. Yes, at Disney, at the Magic Kingdom of all places.
Right, like you got like Chip and Dale walking around with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and then you go into this thing.
Yeah, it wasn't at Hollywood Studios. It was like in Tomorrowland, and they had this alien that breaks free, and it's what they say. Oh, it's a carnivorous alien, and it breaks free, and the lights go out, and it's behind you, breathing hot breath on you. Like that was an amazing attraction. It was so great if you're an adult. But I remember every time riding that, there would be kids in there whose parents probably didn't know better and didn't know. Like they wouldn't. How would they expect that it would be a terrifying attraction? But kids screaming in there because it was so scared. And there's an alien who at one point eats a maintenance guy. Like to me, it seems like a fever dream that was ever at a Disney park. Like it seems so impossible.
It's like it slipped by somehow, like the person who would have stopped that from being built was sick that day. And they're like, quick, slide it over and get approval from the person who's filling in for them.
Yes. Yeah. Another attraction that I will say was pretty terrifying was when we were all at the Gatlinburg Mysterious Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
That was scary because it seemed like at any moment something... there could be a real serial killer in there. because when we went that night, there was nobody around. It was open, but like we walked in and they sort of had us go through and they let us walk through the mansion on our own. And there was like one guy kind of doing all the scares.
I think that was the thing, was that if you don't know the Haunted Mansion in Gatlinburg, it's not on the main drag. You have to go behind the shops and then cross a creek on this bridge.
Yes.
To get to it. And it wasn't like a crowd or a line or a wait. There was just the girl at the ticket booth, like filing her nails. And it was like, 3, please? She was like, go on in.
Yes, right. Yeah, right.
And then we waited in that room for a really long time, and I probably had to go get the guy from the out back smoking a joint or something. And it really did feel like this is a problem. This is where they actually do capture people and carry them off into the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah. Like I remember being scared because I was like, what is this? Is anybody coming? What's going to happen? And it was too empty and too weird. And then like just walking through the house, it felt like we were doing something wrong. But then that guy like was going through all the back ways and jumping out room from room. It was like one person able to scare the entire house.
The house
was pretty great.
Yeah, obviously purpose built for this, because he would jump out at you and then you would go around a corner into another room and he would jump out at you, and then you would go up the stairs and around the corner and he'd jump out at you. And so obviously he's scurrying around inside the walls. And so you really literally are in this murder house.
Yeah.
In the Smoky Mountains in the dark.
Yes.
Across the bridge, off the road where nobody knows you are. Yeah.
So spooky. Spooky. So if you ever get a chance to do that in Gatlinburg,
I'm sure it's still the exact same. Yep.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah. Remember we did a special show where we were like thankful it didn't burn down. Remember there was like a big fire?
Oh yeah, the big fire that was threatening it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they thankfully did whatever fire mitigation to stop it, but it's still there. So, but yeah, that was a scary ride too.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the most scary attraction experience I've ever had. But let's see what some of the audience said here. Karen wrote in and said her scariest attraction is Escape from Pompeii at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. That's a shoot the chutes ride with some special effects. It's because there are burning set pieces that fall during the ride. Mm-hmm. And she talks about it like, that she hasn't ridden it since, but she can't get that visual out of her head. And it's true. There's like fireballs that get pretty close to you, and it like fire crawls up the wall, goes across the ceiling. I mean, it feels like that fire is too close to you, and it feels like the fire could go out of control.
And
but
like the fake pillars collapsing and things like that. Right.
Yeah. So I agree with that one, because that is, you're in this shoot the chutes ride, but like, man, you feel the heat and you see the fire, and it's not that far away from you. It's pretty good.
Good one.
Yeah. Let's see. Cincinnati John talks about the S&S Screamin' Swings, and he's talking about Skyhawk at Cedar Point.
Good.
He said it always freaks him out when you are on the ride and you are just staring face down, and all you have is the lap bar. And so he says that's a terrifying ride. Also, a lot of people mentioned X2, and Cincinnati John talks about that being flipped over and over and looking straight down at the ground on the first drop. He says that was pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and being thrown down on that ride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is the only roller coaster I've ever been afraid on, because I couldn't sense what was going to happen. And I remember like actually like it was such a thrilling sensation, but just not knowing which way they were going to turn you was pretty freaky.
Yeah, it's one of those where I think I've described some coasters like this. You just have to give yourself over to the machine and let the machine do its work.
Yeah, and just let it happen. Yep. He also talks about the Beast and says after the second lift hill into the helix, because the track slants before the turn, which is pretty terrifying. Yeah.
Yes, and the fact that you can see it and you're like, wait a minute, we should not be going down a hill this fast and not have a hill that we go up to slow us down. We should not be going into this helix. And why are we leaning over to the side as we're coming closer to it? It's scary. It is scary.
Yep. Matt wrote in and he said he rode a ride at the state fair, and their over-the-shoulder restraints popped loose while the ride started.
Okay, that's legitimately scary.
Yeah, he said, fortunately, the ride operator caught it before they flipped, but then what the ride op did is simply duct tape the restraints down and put a piece of caution tape on it and didn't refund anybody. Oh, my gosh. Here's another one. A ride you and I both liked was Velocicoaster. Somebody wrote in and said they always ride with their hands in the air. And the first time they rode it, they thought they were going to get thrown out of their seat.
Yeah.
And that's great restraints on that ride because it's like it really does give you that sense like you could pop out. It's really good.
Well, and then you ride something. I mean, I almost put this one down the Phoenix at Knoebels, where not only do you feel like you're going to get thrown out, but you've got to like hold on to your kids.
Yes, right.
Like, why are children allowed on this thing?
A lot of people wrote in about carnival rides, but many people talking about the zipper. Flipping over the top and then heading straight towards the ground. And the whole thing was rolling down the highway a few hours before.
The zipper is one of those absolutely where if you can get it oriented right, it absolutely, you're just being thrown straight towards the ground. Yep. Sometimes grass, depending on your county fair, but sometimes pavement.
Yes, there you go. Absolutely.
Right. And the salt and pepper shakers or the roller planes are like that too. Yeah.
I think a lot of people talk about roller coasters with open seating. For me, I know Apollo's Chariot is like that. When you were on the back end of Apollo's Chariot and you do that twist and, fall to the ground, if you're on the left-hand side, I mean, there's nothing blocking you. Like there's no roller coaster train on that side. It's just all wide open. I guess that's kind of the same with Millennium Force. Somebody said they rode with their daughter for the first time when she was 7, and she was sitting on the lake side, and the cars are so exposed, she was terrified her daughter would fly out, although she says her daughter loved it and was talking about the ducks on the lake when they were going up the lift hill.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah. Somebody wrote in, even though it's not really a theme park, they said the first time they went skydiving, it was terrifying, and he says
yes.
Yes, his butt cheeks were clenched so hard he could have snapped a piece of rebar in half. So there you go. Wow, that's something I have not done, and even though I am a thrill seeker, I have no interest in doing that at all.
It's expensive. And you got to do like 7 jumps before you're allowed to go by yourself, and I feel like just being attached to somebody is not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do one of those tubes though, but I don't like the fact that you've got like a crowd of people watching you. Those like sky tubes where you're like,
yes, yeah,
the simulators. Those look fun.
Yeah. Greg wrote in and had a kind of creepy story, very similar to our story about the mysterious mansion. This is from Las Vegas. He rode the Big Shot on top of the Stratosphere with a coworker 20 years ago.
Yes, I know. I already know this story because I've been to Vegas and ridden the thrill rides there.
Yes, and this sort of is how it works. This is how it works up there because sometimes you go up to the top of the Stratosphere and nobody's there. So he says he paid, and then he and his friend walked out to the ride with nobody else in sight. So they just sat in the seat and pulled the bars down and clicked in the seatbelt, but still nobody around, no ride up. He remembers hearing the wind blowing and noticed that the ride had rust on it. And he's like, how does this have rust when you're in the desert? But then eventually one guy literally ran by, pulled quickly on the restraints and disappeared and then ran off. The ride took off and he thought they were going to fly off the top, but thankfully it cycled normally. And when the ride reset, they undid the seatbelts, lifted the bar, and walked back in, but nobody was around.
Yeah, that was my experience riding at New York, riding the Big Apple coaster. There was nobody there, and they had to like get the guy who was bussing tables at the bar. Yeah, to come and run the roller coaster.
Yeah, he's trained to bartend and ride the roller coaster.
Something like that is what it feels like in Vegas sometimes. And then you ride all by yourself with nobody there, and it's like, am I supposed to be here? Is this okay?
Oh yeah, I know. That's the weirdest thing about those Stratosphere rides is that like sometimes they're just abandoned up there, but other times they're a ton of ride operators. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get when you're up there. Let's see. Blue Diamond Coasters wrote in and said for him, it's the water slides that start with a trapdoor drop.
Yeah, those are fun. The capsule.
Have you done?
Yeah,
I've not ever done one of those. Have you done those?
They got them done in Kentucky Kingdom. I've done it. I've done them there, and I'm sure I've done them somewhere else as well. I think they're super fun. I think it's a great way to start a water slide.
Yeah,
I feel like it's better than going over the curve. Like you start laying down and then you go over because I feel like the curve is like you could go too far and like fall off. Whereas at least with the capsule, it's like, well, here's the tube I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go free flying.
Yeah. So, it's funny. I was asking this question and people, gave great answers, but I was wondering, is there any type of ride that has jump scares in it? And I guess the closest thing we have these days, I mean, some of the Universal rides like that use the KUKA robo arm can give you some jump scares. And like I've seen in just a little bit of video I've seen of Monsters Unchained at Epic Universe, like that has some. Like they really do a good job with that of like having some of the animatronics pop out or be lit up, quickly to where it like kind of scares you. I saw they do a special effect where like Dracula looks like he's jumping from behind a set piece, and then they light up the animatronic, and it looked like it's just perfectly done where it looks like everything happened in sync. So those I think are like legitimate like scares on a dark ride.
I'm trying to think about something like, Mystic Timbers Don't Go in the Shed. That's not really a jump scare in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trying to do something like that.
They tried.
Yeah, and then there's rides that'll maybe have a fire effect or something, but even those, they set you up for them. They're not surprises. I would say any kind of jump scare where it's a roller coaster element you're not expecting.
Yes.
Right? Like it's not called X-Force or Flight X or one of those.
X-Flight?
X-Flight, the wing coaster. I thought that one had some really good elements for a wing coaster. Any of those wing coasters, I feel like, do give you jump scares where you come around a corner and you're going to go through a keyhole element and it'll scare you because you're like, we're not going to fit. Like those kinds of things, right? Or head choppers on roller coasters will do that too.
Yes. Yeah. Especially if it's one that catches you off guard.
Yeah. Where you come around the corner and you see it last second. Yeah. Holiday World has a good one where you, on Thunderbird, their wing coaster, where you go through a couple of barns or you go through a barn twice. And in the barn, it's like the wood is smashed out and the profile of the coaster is cut out, smashed out. But as a part of the smashed out wood, there's two like Wile E. Coyote hands right where your hands could go. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's a good gag.
Oh my gosh. That's great. I always like riding a roller coaster that has a section of drop track.
That's a jump scare.
Yeah,
sure.
That's a jump scare, especially if someone doesn't, verboten. Like if you ride it with somebody for the first time and don't tell them that's coming, that gets people every time. Especially if they've done no research and stuff into it. That's pretty cool.
What's the one at Canada's Wonderland? That one did surprise me. I did not know there was a jump track or a drop track at Guardian of Wonder
Mountain's Guardian, right?
Yeah, that one scared me.
Yeah.
That one totally scared me. It's good.
So that is cool. Yeah. So I'd like to see more, like in rides that are supposed to be scary, more jump scares, that really get you. Like
hard to design them, though.
It is hard. Yeah. Yeah, but that using some of the same scares that we see in haunted houses in a dark ride would be pretty cool, like the bungee jumping type things, like the bungee jumping characters that
right.
Like that'd be cool. So I like that. I bet you we start seeing more of that. Like I was impressed with the little bit. I've been trying not to look at Epic Universe videos, but the little bit I've seen, I've been impressed with that in terms of being a legitimately scary attraction.
Sure, I think as we see the parks continue to lean into the theming, you're going to start getting those are story elements, right? And you're going to start seeing them more.
Yeah.
Cool.
So a fun topic for Halloween, a fun night of Halloween. I love Halloween night, man. It's more than just trick or treating. There's so much to get excited about just with all the theming and stuff. And
there you go.
Do you think that must be the last trick or treater of the night? I guess.
Who would be up this late? Let's open the door and find out. Let's see who it is. Oh my goodness.
Everybody make some noise! Here to sing his new Halloween hit, Trick or Treat Delight, is the one, the only, C-Pain! It's Halloween night and I'm thinking about your sweets. Reese's Twix, but honey, I crave your body on these sheets. You know I love the sugar rush, the candy in the bowl. I wanna see your Whoppers, come and try my Tootsie Roll. So bring me your love like a trick or treat delight. Unwrap you like a Snickers, baby, let's get it right. Let's share some Hershey Kisses and try some juicy fruit. I want your sweet affection so we can knock the boots. I can't believe it. C-Pain is back, Phoebe.
There's C-Pain, and there they go down the street to the next house. I guess that's no need to give out candy. You gave us the delightful treat instead. There they went. Okay.
They gave us a trick and a treat, Evie.
That was really nice. As soon as he said fruit, I knew it was going to be boots. It was going to be the rhyme. I'm surprised he didn't mention mounds.
Yeah. That's right. That should have been.
I'm your almond
Whoppers was in
joy.
there.
I've got nuts.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Whoppers made it, but not mounds. And
well done,
Almond
C-Pain.
Joy's got nuts. Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you everybody
C-Pain.
for enjoying this week's episode of Coaster Radio with us. It made us laugh. We had a good time. Hope you did too. Go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Support the show. $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is. There's the Snail Mail Club. There's the Patreon. There's the Birthday Club. You even can get a discount if you do a whole year in advance. We'll give you a month for free. That's a great way that a lot of people like to do it. You get an extra money in your paycheck. You find some money that your grandma gave you for your birthday. Go ahead and get yourself a year's worth of Coaster Radio. Go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. We say thanks to people who pledge $20 a month right here at the end of every episode of the podcast.
Yes, thanks to Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick, the Sweatshirt Guy, our friends at Club Z, the two bearded Coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, John Brown, and Josh Combs.
Also, Justin Padilla, Karen and Lee Howren, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Nick from Paris, Palados Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter. Also, a big thanks to Kyle Lindner of Lindner Design Company, specializing in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. You can find them on Instagram at Lindner Design.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Halloween's on a Friday night this year, so that's fun, Evie. I like that. That's good.
I'm having a teenager party at my house. It's gonna be something. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be
you gotta
something.
chaperone that Halloween night.
I've been
Crazy
told
night,
no
man.
chaperones.
Oh,
Stay inside, Dad. We're doing a bonfire.
You gotta keep an eye. Yeah, that's all right.
Good times,
It's gonna
everybody.
be fun. Good times, everybody. Enjoy that candy. Enjoy the trick-or-treats. We'll see you back here next week.
Knock some boots.
You've been listening to Coaster Radio, the original theme park podcast. To learn more about the show and hear hundreds of episodes from the archives, visit our website at coasterradio.com. This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. Thanks for listening. Peace out, suckers. Coaster Radio is a production of Lift Hill Media, LLC. Audio and video from this program may not be broadcast, edited, or reproduced without our express written permission. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. This was all done in one breath.